Now, this core group will instill a pyramidical hierarchy, themselves setting the example, and strive for ever higher forms of life. A Nietzschean philosophy, and this higher form of life will then trickle down to the regions and peoples. And now to end, a brief word about that most important aspect of our struggle, the spiritual side. I didn't know I was talking about cosmotheism, but I want to say a few words. We want a spiritual underpinning based on a belief that is pro-nature, pro-life. We don't want fables and foibles. We want our dharma of this spiritual underpinning. It's so important because our enemies have a spiritual underpinning. And how? Because
excuse me, sweetheart, could you shut the fuck up, please? I didn't come here to hear your commentary.
Just a minute.
Let the man talk, and then you can ask a question. You're like the people in music.
If I could just intervene as chairman for a moment, we've got the room till about 6.
Has it terminating now?
So if we can...
yes, please. I'm sorry, John.
It's all right.
I promise.
This ultimately is not a political fight or an economic fight against the enemy. This is a spiritual fight. This is a battle between two gods. A noble European god harking back to Hyperborean times, and a malevolent, jealous god clasped tenaciously by its adherents. This will to power of our adherents to crush us forever and make us their slaves. We must win at this level, at the spiritual level, and this is the most important battle of all. And we have to extirpate our enemy from within our midst. Not, unfortunately, to Birobidzhan, as somebody mentioned there. Why? Because Birobidzhan was scuppered over 12 years ago. National Geographic magazine had an article about Siberia and 12 years ago and mentioned Birobidzhan. At the time, 12 years ago, there were only 5,000 of these people there. They had all gone. 500 at a time and airlift, just like they did in Russia, you see. So there's not one of them. Besides, Birobidzhan is porous. We don't want that. We want to extirpate them, banish them on an island. New Caledonia, preferably Tasmania, somewhere where they can live on their own. And we shall see whether the parasite can live without the host. We shall see whether they have the nation-bearing capacity to maintain a civilization, which they never did in their history. We have to rediscover our will to power. Every organism, living organism, as Lan said, has a will to power. A butterfly fights for its patch of light. Will to power, Nietzsche. Imagine the cosmos, ever expanding, 120,000 galaxies with billions and billions of stars, each ever expanding, regenerating itself. Of course the cosmos has a will to power of its own. And now, at this level, we, the precursors of the elite, must become the conscious manifestation of this cosmic will to power. We must become, as Pierce used to say, the conscious manifestation of the cosmic will and be attuned to Godhood. All this I'm saying can be achieved. For as one sage once said, the objective comes to him who appreciates it most. to steal an aphorism from our enemies. Next year, Brussels.
Can someone quickly give me the time?
5:05.
Well, somebody downstairs said we've got it till 6, but that probably means 10 minutes past 6, 6:15. So there's going to be a bit of a punishing schedule now. We're going to have a gap for a minute or two, and then I will speak. Otherwise, I don't get a chance to speak. And I don't need to be.
Excuse me, perhaps the lady would like to ask.
Does anyone